Welcome to the College of Wealth podcast, the ultimate financial guide to help you understand your financial stresses and how you can build from it. Your lessons won't be in class, and your projects can either save you or earn you money. We host episodes 2 times a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays to help you reach your financial freedom. Now let's get started with your hosts, Owen, Paradis, and William Goulet.
Hello, everyone. Hello,
Hello.
everyone. My name is Owen Paradis. I'm here with my co-host, William Goulet, and we're proud to present to you the College of Wealth podcast.
Podcast.
Yes, this is a financial podcast that teaches you the latest and greatest information about money, because at the end of the day, this is a crazy money-making world.
Yeah, you know, I was just thinking about some of the craziness that's going on. Well, we see it all the time in the news, and I don't know about you, but 2020 was crazy. 2021 started off crazy, and now we're going into a little bit of craziness market-wise in 2022. And it seems that it's a money-making world. Everyone knows that. So put those two together, you're bang on.
Well, I'm happy you agree with me on that one here.
So true.
But the biggest thing, though, like we were saying about about crazy money making, since we're talking about money, we like to go and give a little bit of a disclaimer that this podcast is for entertainment purposes only.
Okay, so yes, it's true that it's entertainment purposes. However, through your thorough research, through your different topics variation, and sometimes through my commentary, sometimes through the quote of the day, we can provide some good information and insights. And I think that we should start considering not the insights, but definitely the information in our spiel. So I'm thinking, instead of information, let's just shorten it down to info. Okay. And entertainment, whatever, I'm just garishing a bit, attainment only. Let's put them together for infotainment. How about that?
I like that.
Yeah, right on.
I like that a lot. For anyone who doesn't know what garage means, it's French for throwaway.
Yeah, like yuck it out, or huck it even.
Yeah, exactly. So I do agree with you 100%. I like that. I like that a lot. Infotainment is perfectly how to describe the podcast.
Us.
Because yes, exactly. We like to provide infotainment here at the College of Wealth podcast. We don't like to be the end all be all for your decisions or anything like that, but we just like to make your the wheels in your head turn a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and the last little bit of disclaimer I like to go and say is, although we do call it infotainment, both Will nor myself we are not financial advisors.
No, certainly not me, Owen.
I'm not either.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
At least we got our bachelor's degrees in business. We both have a business background, and we both work in the business industry. Yep. For that kind of stuff. So it's just to show that we have a little bit of passion with this kind of stuff. I mean, with over 100 episodes at this point, it's kind of obvious that we like to talk about.
Yeah, I think our interest is valid in the Gen Z way.
Well, what kind of interests do we have here, Will?
Oh, well, okay. I'd like to bring it down to 2 interests.
Okay.
Right? Because sometimes we go and, considering we're in a crazy money-making world, I don't know about you, but I like making money, right?
Yeah.
And the second interest is when you can't make money, sometimes you have no option. Yeah. And you have to find other ways to increase your net worth. So our way that we like to do is we like to save money.
I agree. I feel like that was the most amount of words that you could put in to go and say make money and save money.
I'm pretty good at adding some blah, blah, blah.
I was like, he's going to say
essays.
Lots of fluff inside of it there.
Yeah.
But needless to say, I agree with that. We like to go and make and save money here at the College of Wealth podcast. And before we announce the topic of today's episode, I like to go and tell everyone, if you haven't done so, give us a 5-star review. You like the content that you're listening to or viewing. Do it on Apple or on Spotify. It would be greatly appreciated. If you're viewing this on YouTube as well, make sure to like and subscribe as well. And if you're listening, make sure to go check out our YouTube at the College of Wealth podcast. last but not least, if you haven't done so, also make sure to go and check out our Instagram because we have a lot of awesome content there too.
Yeah, honestly, like the stories often keep you up to date on when we're posting.
Yes.
And the posts themselves, we share information and main takeaways directly on the posts. So check it out; it's worth it. I promise.
I agree. I thank you very much, Will, because I like it when you advertise the Instagram. It's awesome.
No, I really like it. I really do.
Good.
Although, Owen, we might be competing with our Instagram very soon with our YouTube page. More to come.
Exactly. I agree with that. So without further ado, we're going to hop into episode 113. Our listeners already know the topic of this episode, but Will, you are going to be surprised by what this topic is.
I'm still on the fence here.
So this episode is my field of expertise, actually. Okay. It's how to make money with social media.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's definitely your expertise. Actually, you told me previously that you're looking at maybe dabbling in some of that too in the future.
Yeah, so we're working on that there on the side here. I kind of sort of put a little bit on the back burner. Well, not really. I've been working on a presentation, slide, and everything like that for social media marketing type of stuff for my girlfriend and I to work on.
Nice.
Which is very cool. But I've been streaming for over 4 or 5 years now. I know how to create content, Instagram, Twitter, obviously Twitch, stuff like that. I've done that kind of stuff. And it's really something that I'm passionate about. So that's why I want to have an episode like this.
You know what? Since you're humble, Owen, and you probably won't do it, I'll do it for you. If you haven't yet, check out Owen's Twitch streams.
Oh my God.
He does multiple activities, and he likes engaging with his viewers, right? And I think that's one of the
yes.
I think that's one of the nice things about your streams is how you engage with viewers, and you have all these things to spice things up. So give it a listen if you're interested.
And it would be my gamer tag is Pineberries on Twitch.
Yeah, I guess that's important too,
it's definitely not College of Wealth. But needless to say, that's just a hobby of mine that I do, and I specialize in commentary, play-by-play commentary.
Yeah, and you got the qualifications. It also validates your qualifications for this one, right?
Yes, exactly. So without further ado, the way I have this divided, I need to go and demonstrate 3 different areas here. First, be like the 3 different ways to make money with social media.
Okay.
How to gain a social media, and also how to gain social media presence.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's amazing.
I have to add that. Like, I can't just go and talk about how to make money, how to make money without saying how to actually be able to get to making money.
You know, I think we might be missing something. I hope there's this included.
Yes.
There are stats?
There are stats.
Oh, thank God. I thought Statman left us.
No. Of course we start with stats. Of course. To commence all this here, obviously, is going to be our first stat.
Yes, please.
And it's going to be all about social media, obviously.
Sure. That makes sense.
And this is going to be rapid fire here.
Okay.
For this stat. What percentage of the world population uses social media?
69%.
Of course. No. 51%.
Oh,
but good guess.
Yeah, sure.
Now, this is more... I saw this, and I think this is more on a U.S. scale, but they didn't describe exactly what it is. But what percentage of baby boomers use social media?
28%.
48.2%.
Whoa! Hold on. So 51% of the population uses it, and 48%. That's pretty high adherence to the global
and that's
average.
why I said. Well, that's why I'm like, I'm not sure if this is just U.S. or if it's worldwide. They didn't indicate it at all.
Probably U.S. That's
because I don't think everyone around the world, everyone as baby boomers are using social media.
Yeah. But I bet you it's more regionally limited than it is age limited.
Yes, exactly. And you'll kind of see why in the next two points of this. Okay. What percentage of Gen X uses social media?
Oh, 62.
77.5%.
Whoa! My God, those increases are sharp.
And what percentage of millennials use social media?
99. It's got to be
99. You say 99%?
of millennials.
Is that what you're saying? 99%?
You know what? That's probably Gen Z number. Let's go with 90%. 90% millennials.
90.4%.
Nice, very nice.
You said 90, and I'm like, yes. And he's like 9. I'm like, no.
You were holding back to as soon as I said 90, you almost said, shut up.
Yeah. So, needless to say, in this case scenario, 90.94. There is no information about Gen Z, unfortunately.
99. Let's just spitball a number.
Something sticks to me. 95%. The last
Really?
stat, yes. Something in my mind thinks 95% is a stat that I saw from previous episodes of some kind, and that's probably we're gonna stick to it. Is 95%.
Okay, I disagree. I think it's 99. It's gotta be.
All right. Moving forward to our second statistic, what percentage of local businesses depend on social media for brand awareness?
Oh, depend on it?
Depend on it.
45%. No. 63.
No.
No way.
44%.
No way. Oh my god. I was thinking everyone
you said
must
that. You said that so confidently, and then you're like, no, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Trust your gut.
And I just fly like so far away from
Yeah.
my goodness.
Our third stat is in regards to Pinterest. We're not going to be talking really about Pinterest on this
5%.
episode. You don't even know.
It's less popular.
What percentage of pinners use Pinterest to make purchasing decisions?
Oh, okay. That's a lot higher.
I was going to say, let me finish.
Okay, pinners, those guys are very active on there. Purchasing decisions, yes, 93%.
Good guess. 90%.
Wow.
You got like 3 stats basically correct right now.
Yeah,
Like,
I got to get my gut. Trust my gut a little bit more.
Last stat here is in regards to Twitter.
Okay.
I guess I got 2 stats.
All right, let's do them. We'll rapid fire
because of both of them are Twitter related. The first one, what percentage of Twitter users claim that What percentage of Twitter users claim that Twitter has a bigger impact than television?
Oh, yeah. People who are on Twitter were really on Twitter. So I'm going to go with 87%.
You're on the right ballpark, 81%.
81. All right.
You're still close. I gotta give it to you. And last but not least, this one's a tough one. What percentage of Twitter users, what percentage of Twitter complaints are expected to be answered within an hour?
Expected?
Oh,
I don't know. 40%?
Double that.
Really?
78%.
Of complaints are addressed, or people are expecting it to be addressed within an hour?
Yes, are expecting it to be addressed within an hour.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
People have high expectations.
Well, the logic behind it is just that they may be able to redeem themselves. The company may be able to redeem themselves after a complaint like that.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like a report to Twitter saying, "Hey, I don't like this. I don't like that."
No. A company complaint. A company complaint.
Yeah. No, true. Yeah. It's very important. And I think, I was playing lots of video games when I was younger. And whenever I needed support for my Xbox, I always went to their Twitter of Xbox support.
Yes.
They have the most up-to-date, and I think they were one of the first ones to have a very strong integration of Twitter into their support.
Yeah.
And I remember their service being just outstanding, and I loved it so much. So much
That's
better
awesome.
than on the phone, so great modernization there.
That's really, really cool. So it shows you the importance of how much Twitter, or not just that, but social media has a strong presence with businesses as well.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it moves on to our first point here, our first segment. And that is the first way to make money. And it's the most obvious that every single Gen Z or younger want to do. And it's to become an influencer.
Oh, yeah, an influencer. Oh, my God. Yeah, I just want people to follow me. Just follow me. Listen to me talk.
But the funny thing is if you actually think about it, the term influencer on its own means that you are going to persuade, or I'm saying persuade just as a synonym to influence.
Yeah.
The people that you're talking to.
Or convince even.
Convince, exactly.
Yeah.
Your point of view. So the people who are going to be listening to you, watching you, or interacting with you are going to either share or reject the way that you think.
Yeah, true. It's baked into the term. It's so
literally
deeply baked into the term.
Exactly.
That if you're popular, you're literally known and seen as someone that can support brands.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. I literally just thought of that as well. I'm there and I'm thinking, it's literally exactly what it is. Like,
yeah, that's sharp.
As dumb as it is, but it was one thing that I thought. I'm like, that's a different way. Like, that's a different spin of the name that I just thought of right now.
Yeah, well, no, it's so true. It's commercialized already before people even sell things. I want to be someone who sells things. You know?
Yeah. The way I have it is I have a breakdown of 2 different types of influencers you could become. Mm-hmm. The first one is a micro-influencer, and it all has to do with numbers.
Okay.
Micro-influencers are the people who have anywhere between 1,000 and 40,000 followers.
Oh, like maybe meme pages that do little promotions of accounts.
Yeah, kind of sort of like that.
Sure.
And I'm sure that this number varies drastically if you are on TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because 40,000 followers on TikTok is not that much.
No, it's true. It's true.
It has grown significantly. And the second type of influencer is a macro influencer.
Casey Neistat.
Yeah.
For example.
And macro influencers are anyone who have over 40,000 followers.
I think Casey Neistat has that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I would hope so at this point.
Maybe Mr. Beast.
Maybe, just maybe, give or take. But in these case scenarios, like if you have 40,000 TikTok followers, or let's say 50,000, you might not be treated the same way as someone who has like 50,000 followers on Instagram or 50,000 followers on Twitter.
Right. The scale of the threshold to get into the macro it might vary.
Variable.
By platform. Yeah.
Exactly. It's actually very interesting because one of the platforms I was talking about is Twitch.
Yes.
And not to get into too much detail about Twitch in general, because it's its own beast. True. There are 2 different platforms on Twitch. There is affiliates and then there's partnership.
Yes.
And they have a similar platform with any other thing, like getting verified like partnership is equivalent to being verified on Twitter or on Instagram or whatever.
Okay.
But affiliate has its own set of standards that you have to follow. Mm-hmm. And it's usually you have to have an average of 3 viewers, have 50 followers, and fairly simplistic. And I'm not saying easy, but with a little bit of elbow grease, you can reach affiliated.
Yeah, actually, you know what, Owen? Since you're mentioning elbow grease and how it's a reachable goal, I actually want to bring in the quote of the week. And quote of the week, the quotee of the week is we're going to quote Tiger Woods.
Oh, and that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Celebrity golfer, obviously outstanding in his field. For sure. This here's relevant. Let's apply it to Twitch. He says, I'll just quote it verbatim to start. I can't control you. The only thing I can control is me. Now, if I do this better than you and you get intimidated, that's your own effing issue. Right? So, but it goes well with the elbow grease aspect of it. It's definitely true. You got to put in work. You got to be consistent and keep showing up for yourself and for your viewers. Exactly. And then you can find that success. Maybe you'll go from affiliate to partner.
Definitely. Exactly. You encapsulated it very well.
I thought it was the best place to fit in that quote.
but it's true, and growth is different for everyone else.
That's true.
And the rate of growth will vary from person to person. That's why you see some YouTubers or something like that have been doing videos since 2010, 2013 or whatever.
Yeah.
And they have 3 million subscribers now. Meanwhile, you have Random Joe here show up in 2020, and now he's got 5 million subscribers.
Yeah.
But then you don't really look at it. You take a second to look back. Well, this 5 million subscriber, well, this person tailors to a more passionate, like a more, let's say, clickbaity and stuff like that. Entertainment, the more entertainment and fun component versus the 3 million is more, let's say, political, or I'm just making stuff up there. So those 3 million subscribers are going to be a lot more impactful than the 5 million subscribers from the other.
Well, I immediately think of there's this YouTuber I used to watch, and he makes science videos and he explains concepts. And
Mark Rober?
No. Like he would not be known.
Okay.
It was, it's a little bit more toned down, but it all explains everything, and it's very informational. Mm-hmm. Compare that with Vsauce. Okay. Vsauce puts an entertainment spin on everything, and they have music that gets your mind thinking a certain way, and it captures you, and he goes from one point all the way to another, and your mind hasn't even noticed that it's gone through. And it's this entertainment. He's just nailed the entertainment aspect and the informational part of it, right?
Definitely. And that's the biggest components. I guess I didn't really have a point in here, but that's actually the biggest point that I should bring up to the influencer itself. And that's where a lot of businesses look at is engagement rate.
Oh, true.
And that's exactly where I was going to say with TikTok. TikTok is notorious. Although I'm not diminishing TikTok, it's extremely valuable and very strong. We have literally an episode specifically on it. But the engagement rate is a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Because engagement is just seeing a video for 10 seconds, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And how are you supposed to build a relationship with that person?
It's very hard to. The people tend to have links to other platforms.
Yes.
And try and build their relationships there.
For sure.
Otherwise, you're just answering comments all day. But
correct.
It always seems impersonal.
It's definitely true. And in this case scenario, you have someone, let's say on YouTube, or even just Instagram Live of some sort, and you're consistently posting content. That community can become a lot more involved and a lot more passionate about the theme that you are portraying.
Well, at the end of a 10-minute video, you can take 1 minute to round up people to get an action going.
Yes.
To click on a link, to do this, to do that. Whereas at the end of a 20 to 60 second video, you better have only 1 minute and ask for a like, because that's all you're getting from people.
The two biggest components to get engagements, the engagement rate for your video though, is to engage with others. Yes. And as ridiculous as it is, when I started, I just reached 600 followers on Twitter. Nice. I'm fairly active on Twitter, but it's not related to the College of Wealth podcast. It's for my stream. But the biggest way I've done it was to actually interact with other people who were interested in the game that I play.
Right.
And the only way to do that is not posting hearts or the flames or the hands in the air sign like you see on Instagram. Yeah, like that's all you see on those. That is not valued engagement. That is not how you interact with people.
Yeah, I see it mostly on Instagram too, and it's always the same thing. You look at 46 comments. Let's see what people are talking about. You see the same account posting 20 hearts. You're like, okay, bye.
It's fake engagement. Exactly. And it's not valued engagement. But if you have someone, which I've done, let's say someone, like in my case, the game that I specialize in is Rocket League, and I see a video, I don't care if this video... I don't care if this goal was crappy in my eyes or whatever. It's like, okay, yes, I could do that blindfolded. But I'm there and it's like, you know what? I'll comment and I'll say, good for you. And I want to see more of this stuff. Keep it coming. I like it.
And it's that interpersonal connection, right?
Yes, exactly. And in reality, even though like I've said it, I may be able to make that shot. The back of my head, I think... That's awesome. They had the courage to post that.
And I think
that's a big difference.
I think that's a key a key in growing is to be similar to a friend.
Yes.
And to be a great friend is, despite being an easy score or something like that, you'll be able to relate to the person and say, this was probably a really good one for them, and I'm cheering them on. I'm like, good for you, man.
Yes.
Keep it going.
Exactly.
And that's what makes a friend, and will encourage that person to keep coming back to you as well, right?
It's equivalent to, let's say, a father and son, just putting that for scenario.
Right.
And the 5-year-old scores a goal in soccer.
Yeah.
You don't start saying, "Oh, well, I could do that blindfolded." There,
I let you score that. I could have blocked that easy.
But I'm not comparing to these people as I'm saying they're 5-year-olds or anything like that. But it's just saying that it's the same type of mentality in a sense that you are
encouraging growth.
Yeah, you're encouraging growth. Exactly. So when you are supporting someone else, they'll be more inclined to support you.
Exactly.
So if you have a conversation with them, maybe ask them, and again, for me, it would be like, hey, what's your rank in Rocket League? Or, hey, what's your favorite type of move? Or different types of things, like, what's your favorite car? Well, they'll have a small interaction of some sort, and you follow them at the end of that interaction, and they'll be more apt to follow you back.
Right. Exactly.
I had an additional point that I was going to add at the end as bonus points, but I'm going to add this one right now because it slides in very well.
Sure thing.
Follow for follow does not work, people.
Oh, yeah.
Do not. Do not.
You're literally establishing a fake relationship.
That's exactly it.
There's nothing of substance there.
No. I did it for Twitch when I first started. When I remember I remember doing it for my first 50 followers, 100 followers, or whatever.
Yeah.
And it did nothing. Nobody stopped by. Nobody did anything. All they wanted were the numbers. That was the biggest thing, because I have thousands of followers on Twitch, and that's the biggest joke I see at this point, where people are there, like someone will disagree with my point of view, or someone will, I don't like your content, I'm unfollowing, like while I'm live.
Okay.
Then unfollow. I'm not butthurt. Did you see how many followers I have?
Yeah, it truly, all you care, the follow is just a blank number. What really matters is who's interested in my content.
The engagement.
Exactly.
The engagement. And I'd rather have someone positive come in, good engagement, than someone deterring the engagement itself.
True. And true. And the negativity can actually deter positive engagement. Yeah, great point.
Exactly. And it circles back actually to our last point to becoming an influencer.
Mm-hmm.
And that is to evaluate the deals that are put up in front of you. You could technically become an influencer whenever you really want to.
Sure. Okay.
But if you're not providing a lot to the table, then you're going to have to fork out a lot more elbow grease. And
yeah.
if you're a micro influencer, you may have to go and you may get taken advantage of. That's all I'm saying.
I remember you telling us on this podcast about a bad deal on Twitch. You want to tell us? You can say better than me.
Yeah, for sure. I see it many times. There's literally platforms available for different deals for small streamers. Oh. Yeah, I got partnered with this company. And I'm like, how did you end up getting partnered with the company? I averaged more viewers and everything, and then I realized they used a website, and then the partnership agreement is they end up getting 5% or 2% back if they advertise their products every half hour and they keep a banner permanently on their page. And I'm like, that on the live page, and I'm like, that is rough. Like,
yeah, it's
you're
brutal.
You're taking away valuable space for someone who's basically profiting off of you more than anything.
You know, it's so brutal, and to your viewers, it's not fun for a viewer to see someone keep advertising. It's just like, oh, okay, so this guy used to be a bubble of personality, and now he's almost becoming a corporate mouthpiece for this company.
Exactly, and it starts deterring or tarnish your reputation.
And similar to the company as well, I don't think that's a good company practice to have that. I see a deal like that, and I think it has a negative impact on my perception on the company who's asking people to do that.
For sure. So. And it's like before I ended up having YouTube Prime. Wait, not YouTube Prime.
Premium.
YouTube Premium. Before I had YouTube Premium, if I saw an ad for a company, my first thought would be there. You know what? No, you're stopping me from seeing my video. I am not interested in your company anymore. Especially
because YouTube used to be able to click on maybe 3 videos and then the third one would have an ad. It's like, okay, now you're definitely in my way. No, but and similar to that, I see it similar as it's a negative engagement.
Yes.
Similar to if you just post fire, it's like, it's not a real relationship between the two.
The best person, and actually it ties in perfectly with our second point here, our second segment. But it's to sell your own merchandise, which is, by the way, awesome way to make money online. But the best person I have seen to have really seamlessly done advertising is Mr. Beast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, true.
He is amazing. True. Because he keeps the entertainment going throughout his episode, throughout his video.
Yeah.
All the while meshing the same theme of his video with the media itself or the advertisement. So I'm still able to engage with the video itself, enjoy the video.
Yeah.
And
it's literally baked in. It's not, if I skip this, I can get back to the content. No. This is part of the content at the same time.
Exactly.
And that's why his ads are worth so much money too.
Correct.
Companies will pay a lot of money for you to bake their ad in,
You could do that for a lot of different themes as well, which is crazy. Like True. From my scenario, I haven't really gotten a partnership of that kind, but I have Rocket League competitions. So in this case scenario, I could literally go and say like, okay, well, whoever could score the most amount of goals in X amount of time, you can go and say, well, while they're scoring or whatever, you can go and say whoever ends up scoring 100 goals first ends up getting money or whatever, sponsored by so-and-so because I said no.
Right.
Now you're integrating the ad while keeping the entertainment going at the same time.
Yeah, great point. And it not only is it a value add for your customer, it's also a value add for the company. Because company, you say, okay, right in the middle of the video, I'll plug an ad for you. They're like, okay, great. And they see it, and they're like, so many people skipped over this ad. Are you kidding me?
Here's another very interesting thing. And this is a YouTuber that I've seen. I'm saying YouTubers a lot right now, but this works the same as well with Instagram, Twitter as well. But a YouTuber I follow, and I guess followed because I started losing interest in him because of how he started doing things.
Okay.
His name is Jake Tran on YouTube. Okay.
I don't.
And he'd have docu-series type of videos.
Oh, nice.
Think of Sunny V2.
Mm-hmm.
Very engaged, interesting. Well, he'd create these ads that were counter-enacting what he was talking about.
Oh no!
So he'd literally have an ad about cryptocurrency. He'd have the video about cryptocurrency being I'm just saying this in general, but cryptocurrency being a scam or the dark side of cryptocurrency and how, or NFTs. Here's one NFT, how they're almost all a scam and there's a lot of rug pulls and all that.
Yeah.
And then he'd go around to go and say, you should come and invest in our NFT and stuff like.
That is so weird.
It's very counterintuitive, and he started doing a lot of that, and it got to the point that Sunny V2 called him out on it and created his own docu-series about the downfall of Jake Tran.
It's horrible for your image,
Yes, that's bad product placement, bad advertising, and it's tarnishing your image.
And
so if you're planning on
NFTs, like how some NFTs can be very temporary, the
Yes.
temporary hype, right? The NFT people aren't losing any money. They got their message, they got their promotion on there, and then fine, I'm gone. Okay, bye. And
Yes.
the people just made their money, and his reputation just down the drain. I don't know this particular case, but it could lead to that.
Yes, exactly. And the biggest thing is if you want to go and create merchandise of any kind, make sure it reflects what you have, like who you are, and put some thought into it. I know that I sound funny saying this, but I'm still interested in doing it. But we have some listeners who want us to create merchandise. Well, I'd like to have merchandise that reflects the image of the podcast as well.
Yeah,
you don't want it to.
You don't want to just print out the words or something like that and say, "Hey, I got some merch out there."
Yes, and that's what a lot of them end up doing. If you know how to properly do it, yes, it's going to cost you a bit of money. But if you have a team or if you have like a good audience with good engagement, get yourself some nice shirts, get yourself some quality jerseys, get yourself some quality mugs of some sort. Because in reality, you can go cheap the entire way with high profit or whatever. Well, guess what ends up happening when that mug breaks or that shirt shrinks or something tears or the color stains or something like that? That tarnishes your image.
And your relationship that you had with your subscriber, your viewer, your listener, gets tarnished immediately as well.
Exactly.
I think a decent strategy is what is the best product that I can offer, and have only a reasonable margin on it.
Yes.
You don't want to twist money and like just squeeze every single cent out of people. There's no gain there.
It's true. There is no gain, but you're able to, at the same time, if you think about it, if someone decides to have if someone decides to wear your merch, it's indirect advertising for you.
True. Yeah.
So you could be stingy about making money off of it, but they are also, when they're walking around, seeing their friends or anything like that, holding that mug, they are also promoting your brand without you even doing anything.
It's so true. And if you are at the beginning stages, I'm a huge fan of customer service.
Yes.
So if you are at the beginning stages and you're just starting to ship out orders and there aren't that many, leave a handwritten note. It doesn't matter if it's on a box or anything else. Just a little thank you for your support. And if you see it a second time and you're able to say thank you for your continued support, people notice that and they feel such a strong connection to your brand.
Which is awesome. That I like. It's true.
And you should be thanking your customers too. Be thankful for someone that's supporting you this much. It's outstanding support.
And exactly. If you're able to go, I have two more points to this one right here. The first one has to do with the fact that don't just sell your merch. Integrate it seamlessly.
Yeah.
If you're able to go and advertise without advertising, wear your merch without telling that you're wearing your merch.
Right.
Or if you have videos of some kind, let's say this shirt right here, this blue shirt, but I'm wearing it all the time. Well, before you know it, people will know you for that shirt.
Yeah, that's
will
right.
recognize you for that shirt. And then once you start advertising it of some sort, it'll be a seamless transition.
I do have one person in mind who's done this fantastically.
Who's that?
Formerly known as Penguin Zero Critical.
Oh, yes. I know exactly who he is.
Yeah, he's a fantastic longtime YouTuber. And he's been known for wearing a plain white shirt.
Yes.
For multiple reasons, right? Whatever it's editing or whatever. He always wears a white shirt.
Yep.
And now he started selling his own brand of premium tees shirt. And he's saying, here's the shirt. It's the same exact shirt that I wear. I buy this. This is exactly what I do. And if you guys are interested, I'm going to sell it too. And talk about seamless, man.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
But talking about YouTubers is actually perfect because we're going to talk about a specific YouTuber who does sell merchandise on his store.
Okay.
And that's PewDiePie.
Oh, yes.
PewDiePie obviously has a large variety of merchandise at his store.
Yeah.
and it's not very surprising. But did you want to take a wild guess on how much he makes on average a month?
Oh, he must be making a killer amount of money. I'm guessing he's making. Are we talking revenue or gross profit?
Gross, like just sales.
Okay, he's probably making $3 to $5 million in sales. Nah,
a month.
800 a month.
800,000 a month.
Not million.
Well, your first guess was wrong. Closer. It's 6.8 million a month that he makes.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Mr. Beast is pretty close there too, as well.
He must be making a killing, man. Mr.
Beast actually comes in at 504,000.
Really?
Yep, a month.
That's surprising that it's.
This is, but I'm sure he's a lot higher because this last report was done in 2019.
Okay. And also, I think PewDiePie tries to sell a little bit more premium products, like at a premium price, right?
Yes.
And while he had more followers, although Mr. Beast now is like he's at the top of his game.
Well, he just recently reached 100 million subscribers.
And okay. You want another layer of integration? Mr. Beast, every single I think it's every single promotion. Maybe it's not.
Okay.
But he'll say, "Here's my code. Whoever does this, I'm giving someone something. Yep. If you buy my shirt, you'll have a chance to be in my special video." And yada yada yada. Fantastic integration there too.
And it very well integrates with our third segment.
Nice.
And that is the fact that you can become an expert in your field. That is the third way to making money in your field.
Sure.
Becoming an expert is big time money, actually.
Right.
If you, especially like, let's say you're in business of any kind, you're in business, you can get into consulting, you can go into reviews, you can go into training, just different things like that. That can make a lot of money.
Mr. Beast, if he were to sell a course eventually, people would go crazy over it.
Well, he's actually helped guide people and made them make hundreds of thousands of followers and subscribers.
I've seen his Joe Rogan interview, and he explains a lot of what he did and what he does, and he definitely is paying it forward too.
Oh, for sure. Oh, 100%. I agree with that. But the most important thing is if you want to become an expert in your field, you got to become extremely niche.
Okay.
You have to be very niche. And then once you create that market of people who are very honed down and passionate, then you slowly start to build outward.
Okay. Could you go into that a little bit more?
Yes. So think about trying to get into a market, the finance market.
Okay, yeah.
You want to get into the finance market or anything like that. So you're going to create a whole bunch of different content tailored to just finance in general. Nothing in particular. Now imagine instead you decide to go and do finance in Northern Ontario.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now you're a little bit more tailored there. And people from Northern Ontario are like, oh, I like that. Like... someone's creating content specifically tailored to me.
Yeah.
Now they're following you, and not only are they following you, they're very interested in you because, it's tailored information, not just people from Toronto or Ottawa or Vancouver or anything like that. It's specific information for Northern Ontario.
I see.
And you could go, you can create content just for Toronto as well. True. And people from Toronto, it's like, hey, I don't really care about what's going on in Newfoundland, or I don't really care what's going on in Vancouver. This is awesome. I love this finance information specifically for Toronto.
Take the Toronto guy who does his Toronto accent on TikTok, right? That was very focused content, and I don't know if he has expanded, but now might be a good time with all this following he's got now.
And it's definitely I could not agree more.
Yeah, it makes sense.
For these case scenarios, if you niche down, your engagement will become a lot more convincing, and it'll be a lot more easier to persuade the people to purchase something or to sell something for you or advertise something for you.
True. So true.
I actually followed a podcaster who was into motivation, and now he's more into mental health, not like necessarily just mental health, but positivity or anything like that.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
you could achieve what you put into, not a cult or anything like that, but like positivity. And but do you know what I mean? Like they have
No,
like,
yeah. I know a perfect example. There's a guy he's a psychologist of some sort, and he makes things relatable by making analogies to video games. And he says, life is an RPG, and you got to grind and level up your stats and this and that. But eventually he's able to sort of go down into specifics of like more specifically tailored things of psychology, and then every now and then make reference to video games. Going back to his niche and securing that while still gaining extra followers from everywhere.
I like that a lot. That is really, really cool. But that's a very tailored niche.
Exactly.
But you're going to have people who are very passionate about it versus if you just go generic.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now we're going to talk about our last component here, and that is how to grow. How exactly do you grow on social media?
I just want to add one last part because you said something that made me think of it a different way.
Yeah.
As you go into that niche, you get strong commitment from your viewers because you're exactly what they're looking for. So
that's what we've been talking about.
No, I know, but I'm saying it's so strong that they keep coming back. You got your loyalists, and then you're able to expand into a bigger bucket. Okay,
it'll be a lot easier.
I haven't made that connection, so I just wanted to say it.
No, it's all good. But our last component is exactly the steps on how to grow on social media. Mm-hmm. The first thing you got to go and do is
follow for follow.
No. You got to go and choose the platform you want to go and grow off of. It's best to start with one or two instead of trying to tailor it to all of them, because a video on Instagram is not going to go do the same on TikTok. It isn't going to go the same on YouTube or anything like that.
Right.
Or even worse, Twitter. Like posting a video on Twitter is not going to perform the same as on TikTok.
Hey guys, welcome back to my Twitter video.
But it's a truth. So learn the guts of that video. Learn the guts of it.
Of your platform.
Of your platform. Yeah. Know how TikTok works, or Instagram, or Facebook. Or I find Facebook is so old at this point, but it's true. There is a growth on Facebook.
Watch out, Owen. I'm a Facebook loyalist now.
Yeah, it's meant for old people.
Okay, hold on. No, but there is a rise back into fan groups and tailored fan groups.
Yes, I agree.
But other than that, of course, it is a little bit out of date. But with that and Marketplace, they're starting to be competitive again.
It is. I agree. I agree with that very much so. And
I think
in reality,
I shared with you, Gary V is actually starting to refocus. That's his priority now, is his fan groups on Facebook.
Yeah. It's a good point. And also the people on there are also, there's still a lot of people like our parents and stuff like that.
True. It's a huge platform. Don't underestimate it.
No, you definitely
not you.
No. In general, you don't want to underestimate Facebook.
That's right.
Our next step to this here is that you want to define and break down your target audience. Who exactly are you wanting to look at here?
Yeah.
And not only that, what is the goal for reaching those people? What do you want them to do?
To understand, let's say, or
So what do you want? Like, what is the desired outcome? Do you want them to interact with you? Do you want them to repost or anything like that? Do you want them to buy the merchandise that you have? Do you want it? You have to define this, and the more defined you are, the easier it is to create content tailored to that target market
and to choose your platform.
Yes.
If you're trying to have open conversations and debates, you might want to consider Twitter, because Twitter is very reply heavy, right? And you don't want a long format video. You want to keep things concise.
Yes.
So those go hand in hand nicely.
No, couldn't have said it better. And our third point here is to define the theme that you want to take on. What type of persona do you want to take on? Are you going to be aggressive? Are you going to be playful? Are you going to have fun? Are you going to be scary? Are you which persona will you have behind this platform?
I want to tell you about a persona that I heard that I really like. It's that called the Happy Warrior. Someone who's very confrontational, but very positive the whole way through. And it's like, why are you doing this? I don't like this. I like that Happy Warrior. And you see exactly like a happy warrior. You see exactly what it's representing.
Oh, frig. That actually sounds really good to watch.
Yeah, no, it's entertaining.
But if you're able to define your theme with the goal that you have, you'll be able to go and create your videos according to it.
Right.
And it's going to help out define. It's going to help create the accent towards the target audience that you're looking at.
And remember, if you're still looking to grow and you're like growing in slower moments, you want to stick to that theme, right? Because you're in a niche right now. And
actually, that brings us to our fourth point, and is to create valuable and thought-provoking content.
Yes.
It depends on what it is, but if you are in the food industry, well, just creating a photo of food may not be as thought-provoking as if you had the proper lighting, if you had the background and the ambiance, and you had a caption saying, working very hard with this here, here's a recipe if anyone wants to take a look at it, versus if I just took a photo of top-down of my plate of food.
If you're going to make a YouTube video, you don't want it to be a 1-minute YouTube video of top down. Here's my ingredients. Here's this. Here's that. You can consider your shots according to the length of your video.
Yes.
If it's more detailed video, you want to see your face. You want to have that interaction. If it's a quick video, show your face real quick and then get to business.
Yeah, and you don't want to be wasting time. Every second counts at that point.
Yeah, true. And okay. Yes. I have to add this. Also, if you're looking to reach that 10-minute mark for the double ads, make sure your video doesn't suffer in quality.
I like that.
It'll drop your engagement regardless.
Talking about valuable content, that is valuable tips right there.
You go. Yeah, that's why people are tuning in.
The goal of In Reality is to try and create expression or just a sentiment to your viewers. If you're able to create the sentiment that you're looking for, and they're expressing that same sentiment, it means that you reach them correctly. Right. And
there's huge pride in that, man.
There is. There very much is.
Make content and it succeeds, bang on.
The only way you're able to go and do that, though, is our fifth point, and that's to create regular content.
True.
We were talking about it in our first point there with an influencer, but creating regular, consistent content, thought-provoking. You're doing a lot of interacting with people, and also you're analyzing your statistics. Don't overanalyze. Like we say, analysis paralysis is bad.
True.
But if you're able to go and see, hey, this worked out, maybe try recreating it. A different variation of some kind. Maybe try and create a different post with different fonts or different similar to that, and try using the same hashtags.
True.
Yeah. By the way, hashtags on Instagram are good. Hashtags on Twitter, I don't recommend.
Really? Why is that?
I do not. I got called out. I used to do it. It does not create much engagement.
I guess not many people search a hashtag and say, "Let's see what people are thinking about."
No, but let's say you do hashtag, like in my case, hashtag Rocket League.
Yeah.
People don't look at that, and it just looks. Yeah. It just feels cringy.
Yeah.
It feels cringy. So, but if you do, I just scored this awesome goal in Rocket League. Mm-hmm. You look on Rocket League on the Rocket League feed. Well, that still shows up.
Oh, true, because the word itself actually detects it on Twitter.
Correct.
Rather than the hashtag.
Exactly. Yeah. So don't hashtag.
Interesting. True. It's redundant almost.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a lot of work to be a content creator. I'm being honest from someone who does it. It's not just the video that you do. There's a lot of interacting. There's a lot of background work. It's a lot of work, and a lot of people glamorize it, saying it's nothing. But I know some people who have literally ruined their lives overworking themselves in content creation.
And in the words of Tiger Wood, the only thing I can control is me.
Yeah.
And if I do this better and you're getting intimidated, that's your own issue. No, but it's truly about, it does take a lot of work, and just make sure you pace yourself appropriately.
Yeah. No, it's I had a little extra bit before we conclude this. One extra tip.
Yeah, let's go overtime, man. We're already way overtime.
But it's good content.
Exactly. No, I agree.
Giveaways. I'm going to talk about giveaways very quickly.
The king of giveaways.
Giveaways are awesome if you want empty followers.
Oh.
But having a giveaway for tailored people, like a niche of some kind, with a backlog of very consistent, favorable content, will lead you to get some repetitive people coming back.
Mr. Beast, I think, is really great at doing that.
Exactly. So I've had giveaways on my stream beforehand, and it's done nothing. Absolutely no increase in viewership, no engagement or anything like that. But I've done some with a lot of content tailored to that specific niche, that play style or that game mode of some kind. And these people were coming back and coming back and coming back. Hey, I love what you do. This is really interesting.
I think the most shocking thing you ever told me about giveaways is at some point some viewers were tuning in and they were saying, "Hey, Owen, it's time. We're due for a giveaway."
Yeah.
And
it's like, no.
That's a scenario you want to avoid, right?
Yes, exactly. So those are certain things that I've learned over the years of doing content creation.
Man, that was a really, really fun episode.
Good. I'm glad you liked it there. But without further ado, my name is Owen Paradis. I'm here with my co-host, Goulet, and we're proud to present to you the College of Wealth podcast. Peace.
Garage.
This has been your daily dose of motivation with the College of Wealth podcast. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to leave us a positive review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for listening, and until next episode.